This view hasn't changed at all, has it? The hometown in your memories never changes, but when you return to your senses, you realize that fate... Welcome to the Trail of Genesis, friend. Seems like the weight of memories from 30 million cycles really made me grow up. But if I keep growing, I might be taller than you, right? Then I'm really looking forward to that. Before you arrived, I kept wondering, beyond the veil of Ide Silicii, what kind of Amphoreus is I can see fragments of it when I close my eyes. The friends who walked alongside us have all moved on toward their respective destinies. Some turning into pillars of the world, supporting the sky and the ocean. Others sowing reason, laying down the law, and with gentle hands lifting newborns into the light. Death and strife are no longer feared by people, and trickery has become the innocent games of children. All beings living ordinary and peaceful lives, within the net woven by romance and passage. There's no black tide, no flame chase, and no destruction. The world on the other side of the sea is one bathed in sunlight. Like a happy and carefree childhood, the era Chrysia in this cycle will last for millennia, until it reaches the moment decided by the prophecy. Light calendar 4931, month of freedom, the moment belonging to world-bearing. Are you ready to answer the call of the world, friend? Then go, and pen the Throne of Worlds' first stroke. For this world, made from countless wishes.
You say that, but it's gonna be ages till we reach Light Calendar 4931. I can make use of the crevices of time, but surely you and Dan Heng won't have to wait around for a few thousand years, right?
That won't be necessary. We can simply sleep, and the chronocognitive anchor will wake us up.
That's right. We've both become a part of the new world. Just waiting for you now.
Our consciousnesses can converse with each other across the heavens and the earth, possibly due to the influence of the Trailblaze. I am now connected with this earth, and I can feel the breath of every mountain range. I see that the tallest among them is named Akama, and the form of the holy city is already taking shape.
In other words, your stage is almost set. Do you want to take a leaf out of Kefali's book and make some prophecies before your nap?
But we're not the only ones who have changed. The chrono-cognitive anchor just transmitted a message stating that Iron Tomb has reacted to the Aeronova.
The moment when our friend bore the weight of 30 million cycles of memories.
Was probably also when the scepter devoured 30 million cycles of destruction.
You know, you don't have to shoulder this world all on your own. After someone boards the Express, the word alone ceases to exist. So as we reach the end of time, no one will be left to face it alone. Don Hung and I came here to specifically tell you that.
Remember, this world is not a burden you bear alone. It's a journey we trailblaze together, alongside all of the Express.
There'll be plenty of time for you to show off in the future.
She meant to say that a hero only turns up at the most pivotal moment.
All right. It's time for Don Hung and me to go have a super long nap. Look after this world for us.
The road ahead is long, but we'll be waiting for you at the end.
We'll definitely meet again.
Let's take one more look at the other side of the sea before we set off. Heidi's Elysiae is so quiet.
Just like how I remember.
Here we are once more. The scent of the black tide is now completely calm. At last, the starting point of 30 million cycles has finally welcomed.
Its first end. And the final end, right? I can't hear his voice. There are no flowers there that bloom for him. Nor is there a star that is his. Finan is the only one who didn't reach the new world. Look, the golden light that shone upon the grove still meanders between heaven and earth, like the prophecies of Amphoreus. It has to be a sign he left behind. It points towards the destruction and the deepest night. Do you still remember what I asked you at this exact spot the last time we set off? Friend, are you ready to become a hero? You were still burdened by the weight of world-bearing back then, still unsure of the role you were meant to play. But now, everyone has already given you the answer. The heroes of legends were just at the right place at the right time when the world needed a hero. Just like how your arrival kickstarted Amphoreus' fate once more. A person's personality is their destiny. Those are such beautiful words. Thank you, friend. I was also trying to cheer myself up with what I said. After all, before we truly compose the end of this story, I must also pluck up the courage to head off with you. And face a memory that I have forgotten for too long, and have denied for too long.
It's so dark.
The great tomb of the Nameless Titan. Also, the place where... My apologies, friend. The more memories I got back along the way, there's a sort of anxiety I can't get rid of. It's like when I was back in ID Silicii, when the reflections in the water always made me wonder. But I finally get it now. Look, friend. The words on that wall are the answer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That rhymeless too.
As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone.
I've always thought that I was the narrator of the Flame Chase journey, but as it turns out, the narrator is also the most devoted audience. At the moment of Aranova, I was enveloped by the texture of memories. Within the glistening crystal, I saw countless Cyrenes, as well as countless versions of me. This is the final puzzle piece of the memories. A prison born of the erudition, a grave annihilated in the destruction. That unknown solitary god, the 13th Titan who should not exist. The first new spore, the Demiurge, is right here.
The interrogation records have been submitted to the Marshal. According to the Ten Lords' decree, Jing Liu and Luocha shall continue to be detained in the Shuling. But you, Merlin's Claw, have been reluctant to end the transmission. Do you wish to reminisce with us? Or is there something else on your mind that you're just desperate to get out?
You're quite calm, Jing Yuan. The Alliance only authorized the Law Fu to be deployed for this Iron Tomb operation. They say the Seer Strategist's wisdom shines like a beacon. So why can't you see things clearly now? Look who's talking. I didn't vote against it, did I? But, with enemies all around us, even a child knows the Marshal needs to keep a few Xianzhou ships, and whoever volunteers first is the Marshal's pick. If you have to ask, I'd say this outcome plays right. Like it or not, there's no way we're letting the Law Fu take the lead in this battle.
Oh my, Merlin's Claw. Are you afraid the Law Fu might steal the Yao Qing's glory?
This is no laughing matter. Between the Stellaron crisis and the War Dance ceremony, though the chaos has settled, rumors and speculation are with Elder Huaiyan around. Those with ulterior motives won't be able to stir up any trouble. But once the Law Fu gets their hands on the Golden Blood, it'll be a whole different story. With the kind of person Jing Liu is, and her connection to you, I don't need to spell it out. There are countless ways this could be spun.
You're overthinking it, General Fei Shao. When I volunteered for this task, I never expected unanimous support from the Alliance anyway. The Law Fu will seize the Golden Blood and redeem itself. That'll be our first win. Then we'll leverage this Golden Blood in the negotiations. Our second win. These 2 wins for the Law Fu will make all 3. Look, if this were a Skyfaring Commission deal, we'd be wrong.
Maybe the Divine Foresight should change his name to the
With the Decalite Reflection Barrier, The Yuchue must understand even more than the Luofu how Amphoreus' karma has vanished from the matrix of prescience. What omen does General Yao Guang see in this anomaly?
In divination studies, we call this an empty fortune. It involves the eons and is thus beyond what mere—
Your explanation isn't any clearer than Lady Fu's.
Come on. How hard is it to understand the word for the Cobalt Head? The emergence of Iron Tomb is a calculated instant, but I don't believe they will just sit around waiting. And for the powers of the cosmos, this is their chance at survival, and the key to turning the tide of interstellar affairs. The Astral Express is leading the formation of an allied force, but I can see each faction has its own hidden agenda.
There are even divisions within the Alliance, so it's not that hard to imagine how the other factions will react. Jing Yuan, I crossed paths with Selenova's Legion at the Battle of Sedunirama Star Cluster. Be extremely careful. The Ruined Legion's troops and weaponry are nothing to write home about. The IPC, even the denizens of Abundance, could take them on. However, while Void Rangers are just expendable pawns of the destruction, the real wild cards are—
The Lord Ravagers.
Indeed. Nanook's emanators are also their weapons to burn down the paths. I'm afraid conventional military tactics and strategy— My assessment is this. To completely take down a Ravager, we must disregard casualties and spare no cost. One wrong move, and the Luofu will fall into Fintilia's trap again, inching ever.
Doubt is exactly the demon she wants to— Do you still remember the beginning of the Alliance Oath? To save future generations, the Rainbow's arrows have always aimed at any force that threatens the cosmos. Now that the Trailblaze walks alongside us, the Cloud Knights shall keep their oath as they have from the beginning. I just hope those on the front line will remain safe.
The chronocognitive anchor is sending a signal. Everyone, time to—
Did she and the others—
Let me go over the plan one more time, just in case. You'll enter Amphoreous, reunite with your 3 separated companions, and try to locate Iron Tomb from within the world. Who are you taking with you?
The fate of the universe hangs in the balance. We can't afford any slip-ups. I suggest everyone, except Pom-Pom, join the fight.
We do need to be prepared for all possible contingencies.
I'll do whatever I can.
Meanwhile, Screwy and I will continue attacking the Demiurge Matrix. That is, the Scepter's kernel, from the out. With our 2-pronged attack, we'll turn this hunk of metal into scrap for sure. Now we just wait for those 2 to get back. Oh, and just like that—
Sorry to keep you waiting. With Planet Screwlum's help, the formation of the Cosmic Alliance to counter Iron Tomb is
The cosmos has set its sights on Amphoreus, and now it's just waiting for the first shot.
Well then, let's not waste any more time, Fourth Mirror.
It's my time to shine! Initiating thought refraction. Please read the safety protocol.
Huh?
Just kidding! I've already checked the agreement box for everyone. 3, 2, 1.
The flow of Memoria is so heavy, unlike Panagoni's dreamscape. This place has built up a true epic measured in millennia.
The vortex of Genesis, where all myths begin and end. And in this new world created by the Nameless, the infinite cycles have been broken.
Let's set up the Trailblaze beacon and establish contact with the out—
I'll leave it to you then. It'd be better. And Mr. Sunday.
Agreed.
The Astral Express has landed. If you receive this message—
This is the Cianjo Alliance. Communications normal.
Interastral Peace Corporation. A response from the Galaxy Rangers. Not surprising.
That's a pretty blatant disregard from the family for Penacony's independent director, I'd say.
It's been quite a while, Madam J.
The significance of this battle rivals that of the campaign against Sulo. Only through the 10 Stoneheart shall spare no effort for such a grand...
Madam Jade led the Intelligentsia Guild, and the bad news is, the collapse...
You mean Iron Tomb can infect organic life?
Well, the good news is, so far, its effects on organic life are under control. In any case, the IPC can guarantee targeted vaccine coverage within 48...
What about other star zones? At a time like this, are the followers of the firmament...
I remember you, Master Diviner. Your performance during the third death... Please rest assured, all worlds can purchase vaccines from the IPC with a humanitarian But if the Xianzhou Alliance is willing to assist with the IPC's assets in Epsilon and other star systems...
It makes sense, since Interracial Peace Entertainment's headquarters is in Epsilon, places that the Elation has visited.
Think of it as a long-term investment. Please understand that everyone at Pierpoint is swamped with Iron Tomb work, especially the Marketing Development Department. Having some assistance from the Alliance would surely benefit the entire company.
As an old Xianzhou saying goes, those who succeed should help all under heaven. Your proposal must be decided in times of crisis. The Law Flu will not hesitate to help those in need. However, the prerequisite is that the IPC...
Of course.
Thank you all for your self...
It's clear that each party still has...
The clash between destruction and erudition isn't just...
You can never be too careful when battling a look...
In any case, we can only... It's about time we dive into the vortex and see what it... I wonder where she and the others are right now.
Generals have reconsidered the current situation.
Words cannot express our gratitude.
The Lawfu already considers the Express an important ally. But this time, the Marshal herself decided to send out troops. With a if we can stand together with civilizations across the universe...
The Alliance truly embodies...
You're too kind.
I regret to inform you, Miss Himiko, that even the Strategic Investment Department is constrained when it comes to the Iron Tomb issue. However, Madam Jade instructed us to look after our other departments at the IPC might also when that time comes. I hope the Astral Express will Sounds like a threat, doesn't it?
Has the internal conflict with...
Everyone knows about the bad blood between Diamond and us until the Lord Ravager Archforger caught the board's attention. I'll leave it at that.
I understand. Our immediate priority... Of course, we would never know the Ranger's comings and goings.
Miss Himiko.
Yes? And...
I apologize for not being able to respond. On behalf of the Penaconian family branch, I extend my sincerest...
I've heard about the internal conflicts within the family.
Thank you for understanding. The good news is, since you're one of the shareholders of Penacony, the family heads have agreed to allow me to lead all Astanian tuners to my charitable foundation will also do as much as possible to provide support in this battle. They'll ensure that proper...
Miss Robin, I'm beyond moved by your spirit of self-sacrifice.
Hello? How's the signal? Can you hear us?
Ah, we're through! I can see the video feed.
Miss Branya? Miss Serval?
We've already heard from Miss Topaz about the Iron Tomb. I can't believe the Express crew is at the eye of that storm.
Don't worry, we're still following the plans.
Urillo 6 is located on the outskirts of the preservation barricade. While it won't bear the brunt, that kid Japard and Pela are busy organizing the Silvermane guards, having them consolidate their lines and dig trenches. Zila and Lynx just got back from the Geomarrow vein production chain.
That would be unnecessary. It'll only
Miss Bronya, I'm afraid this disaster will be far more...
Of course. We have resealed most of the engine of creation beneath the ice to prevent the will of the preservation.
Don't worry, Miss Himiko. We really wish we could help, but Urillo 6 has only just woken up from its hibernation. The Astral Express, standing at the forefront of disaster, is the hope.
In the face of a massive catastrophe like this one, relatively smaller but that's exactly...
If anything goes wrong...
No problem. Also, didn't the Xianzhou sign a friendship agreement with Urillo?
I appreciate your kindness, everyone. But Urillo...
Miss Bronya. May all civilizations that have made it...
Why is...
Everything in Akama seems normal.
It seems it was even more recent than...
The fruit on the table is freshly cut, and it's as if everyone vanished.
Could this be?
Unlikely. Could it be some kind of
A custom. Pardon my frankness, Mr. Yang, but this reminds me of some unsettling rumors.
Is often the prelude to
Everyone, be careful.
Here they come! Here they come! The
Evernight. How is this possible?
We are the chroniclers of time. Finally, the last heir.
What did you do to the residents of the Holy City?
I didn't need to do anything. The remembrance will ultimately become the sub now. They are no longer the trailblazers you once knew. The 12 Titans who...
Stop fooling around, Mom.
What? I practiced so long for this. Getting seen through right away is just...
You've obviously been learning from the theater.
But if possible, I'd prefer our...
Well, long time no see. Guess I'm back?
We should be the ones to say that. Sorry. So, these jellyfish are the Titans...
They're just tiny manifestations of the Veil of Evernight, used for scouting and communication. Thanks to her, we all turned into Titans in the New World. Sure, we can take on humanoid.
How intriguing. So what does she look...
It can't be a raccoon with a baseball bat, I suppose.
Please don't add weird stuff to Amphoreus' lore. Just go see it with your own eyes. Follow the prophecy's guidance and come... She looks way more majestic now than she used to.
Unbelievable. All the residents...
This isn't just a gathering. It's a pilgrimage.
That colossal deity is her. She has become the pillar of the world.
Surprisingly authentic. Being this serious is quite unlike her usual style.
Those people didn't disappear. Instead, they've answered the call of the prophecy and come to witness her awakening. Our good buddy now bears the weight of the entire world. And every breath they take is intertwined with Amphoreus'
awakening. Has she...
Yeah. After all, with such a huge time dilation between inside and outside the scepter, this was the only way we could wait for everyone. Time watches over yesterday. Earth guards today. And when the Trailblaze steps into Amphoreus once more, the slumbering deliverer shall awaken, and then bring the prophecy of tomorrow. Come on, everyone. Let's watch how the world-bearing prophecy changes.
Well, it seems the kids are already miles ahead of us at this stuff.
All the more reason we can't afford to slow down our pace.
Majestic. Speaking of which, I once caught a glimpse in Sleepyhead's memory of her transformed into a towering Tathalov. Could it be?
No way. That was just a nice dreamscape. Ugh, at least nice for her.
If they are the throne of worlds who bears the weight of this world, perhaps they could guide a traveler still wandering among the stars.
Hey, since when did you get all pious? Her advice sounds pretty silly sometimes, you know.
The so-called fool and the world are merely a step apart.
The tree of reason, teaching us to find erudition amidst imperfection. Praise be to Helectra, chalice of plenty, for you brew the ocean into sweet wine, dispelling nihility with every toast at the feast. Praise be to Hyacinthia, eye of twilight, for the rainbow you cast turns the light of both dawn and dusk into the glimmer of preservation. Praise be to Cyphera, coin of whimsy, for your every flip.
Citizens, behold! Our last Titan, the world-bearing deliverer, is about to awaken! Oh, ancient god, your loyal subjects, bewildered followers, and fearless comrades in arms have all knelt before your throne. Awaken from your eternal slumber and bestow upon the world.
Please guide us! Show us how to embrace this beloved world!
To walk the path of a mortal as a god, or to bear a divine burden as a mortal.
She will give us the answer.
But I am not the deliverer. Rather, I am the nameless who dwells among mortals.
That voice is definitely her.
I heard your prayers. The core flames flickered and dimmed, and the age of the gods met its end. So flow, golden blood, flow. I'll bestow it upon you, returning it to the true masters of this world. Stand with me and become heroes.
Is this?
Yes, it's the miracle she brought to Amphoreus. Of course, it would manifest in the form of the Trailblaze.
Golden blood, raining down like a storm. The prophecy has descended, and the Titan commands us not to be supplicants,
but to become heroes of rebellion, to face that destined
The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like all.
In the name of Kozlana, let us depart and march towards the light.
It's neither protection nor salvation. As always, there's no need for totems or myths. Humanity's most primal faith is that instinct named
Let's go, everyone. Someone has already sounded the horn of departure. Explore, understand, establish. Together, let us blaze a trail for the destiny.
Is it just me, or does this demiurge matrix feel completely dead? It's nothing like...
The environmental readings are all wrong.
Conclusion. This...
What did Xandar do to the
At the end of light, there must...
Not the time to quote the Lord of Silence. Bad omen. Either way, until we uncover the truth behind the...
The buried past is the key to stopping Iron Tomb.
Xandar says the Demiurge never existed. Who actually buys that? It vanished too cleanly. No traces. Like someone's... Too bad I'm the type who can't resist digging deeper. Looks like I'll be counting on you again, Screwy.
Always happy to help. Herta, what... Let's say the Demiurge really doesn't exist.
Backup plan? Of course. We turn the lock into the key.
That plan's cost is incalculable.
Huh? Then let's hope we never... There's no point worrying about the end just yet. One step at a time. Let's go. We don't want to leave the others waiting. You brought what I asked for, right?
A butterfly has to land on the... branch before it can dance. We'll need a wide open platform before her entrance.
You're a genius, Just use that thing over there, Zag.
Light up the dark.
What a dumb name. I hereby rename it Herta's Big Hand. Keep it going. Still not done? What is this? Finally. All set. Time for your precious treasure to make its debut.
Of course. Just give me a second. Target initialized. With these wings, hacking should be much more efficient.
Oh, a classic nuclear heat engine.
Just a personal preference. Her name's...
Every flower in...
Also a personal preference.
It reminds me of the last time when we tangled with that punk Lordian brat. What did she call this kind of infiltration tool again? Right. Dirty, but yours is way too clean. Not even...
Herta, your tone is a suggestion. Let's get...
I thought we were done with that conversation.
Unfortunately, current conditions won't let me ignore any variables. Iron Tomb never stops. It is evolving faster than every instant in the Eon's calculation is like a sword hanging over the cosmos.
Which is exactly why we can't mess this. And now, Droidhead wants to hand down judgment to the poor cosmos again. Border Star Trade War, Emperor's War, Rupert's death. Every time their instant arrived.
But in this ultimate battle of erudition, you and I are... If you choose to burn yourself out as a resource, then every... Herta, the cosmos won't just stand by and let a genius throw their life away. And neither will I.
No need to kill the mood. This is why we're here, isn't it? We need to find the Demiurge and that lost key. I'm not here to be a deliverer. I just want to beat Xand right now. I just need...
Of course. Time to board.
Let's tidy this place up and see what this Demiurge really... Let's hope this Matrix is better organized than the Emperor's junkyard of a birthplace. Buckle up. We're hacking in. This is...
Herta. This whole space has been completely tainted by some kind of energy.
I see it too. We're thinking the same thing. Xandar, how could you go this far? Turning your own graveyard into this. What's that up ahead?
Katorzane algebraic expressions. It's...
So basically, the door to the tomb, right? Great. Let's find the handle.
I'm picking up multiple independent signals with the same data structure as the barrier. Projection. We can hack the terminal, reverse the computation, and turn it into an attack.
Classic move. Use their own systems against them. Take us to the nearest one. Almost no response.
The output is barely a third of what we need.
Find anything else?
Regarding the origin of these ruins, but I did find some high-energy radiation. Internal imaginary energy.
Skip the science talk, Screwy. That thing only goes by one stellaron.
Exactly. Xander blew one up, just to clean.
So that's what he meant by killed that Titan with my own. He wanted to turn the neuron of the erudition into a relay for the destruction. The life form known as the Demiurge.
It makes sense. Evernight calling it the first new spore confirms that the prime mover of life. That's what Scepter Delta ME-13 was originally tasked with. Even after it got scrapped, the query kept running. Then, does this mean fight?
No, I'd say exact. It means Xandar had no control. He couldn't contain the Demiurge just like he couldn't have. He failed. It's... By the way, if there's another Stellaron in Amphoreus, why hasn't that little one reacted to it at all?
You said the Demiurge left a trace, right?
Yeah, but not... in the real world. Remember the great tomb of the Nameless Titan? Trailblaze Archive 466. The data from Philia 093 clearly indicates that the...
Inside that world, it was the 13th, Forgotten Titan. The one... But Evernight said the opposite. The Nameless Titan never existed. The so-called...
A mimetic entity full of theatrics. How much of what she's saying is true? Would an Eon really...
The Remembrance's behavior is certainly odd, but her assessment aligns with...
And that's the key, Screwy. Xandar's actions prove the Demiurge exists. But what Evernight said, so we have to assume that both are true. And if that's the case, then the contradiction leads us to...
The truth.
Exactly. One last terminal. One final. Xandar had to lie to the original Finan and Cyrene.
Logic. He had already identified the Remembrance as a threat, yet found no viable way to eliminate it.
All right, let's finish this. Time to break through that barrier.
Operation authorized. Path energy readings. The Remembrance.
What's going on?
Cause unknown. They left no discernible...
That shouldn't be possible. Could it be that Log it for now. The dots still aren't connected. Aerial brawl.
It's advised to remain vigilant. The destruction's levels are still rising. Huh?
What's the matter?
Interesting. I just picked up a signal from the exomyth.
This repulsive force is unlike anything I've felt before.
Correct. Judging by its defensive property.
I didn't expect that. Who builds a weapon again? Never doubt a dead man's resolve.
He severed part of his neural pathways to break free, but that also triggered the failsafe I set. Conclusion.
So now he's a specter. Little Screwy, can you open a path? Just to be sure.
Logic. Scanning his inspiration circuit might help.
Exactly. His brain is the crime.
But it could be a trap.
That's why you're here. 2-on-1.
I'm honored. The chronocognitive...
I knew it. The one thing I didn't want to happen. He's not here.
The coordinates are... However, his position is shifting rapidly.
It's his. Cheap trick.
The spatial field he...
We're back.
Reverse engineering complete. Logs show Lycurgus. The chronocognitive anchor can't get a fix, because at the system level, Lycurgus...
So he's... stopped?
Before vanishing, it seems...
To those who follow, all is...
melodramatic.
He was expecting us. And once he learned of the Great Tomb's existence, he initiated his own search for...
Guess he wants a final showdown. Fine. Let the old intelligent...
To be in the purest light is to be...
the Scepter's main frame. Or maybe we should now call...
Unfortunately, we still haven't...
Really? I don't think so. Not...
Please elaborate.
If the Demiurge was destroyed, there'd be at least some bits of it left. I don't buy that a Stellaron could have blasted all the traces away as cleanly as this. As I said before, its disappearance is too clean. If the garden hadn't stirred the pot, no one would even know about the Demiurge's existence. We're talking about the Scepter's original extrapolation goal. Or we can look at it from another perspective. If you were Xandar, would you be this obsessed with a concept that poses no threat?
There is the possibility that he's naturally...
That does track with the impression he gave about himself. But Xandar choosing to act, even if it'll cost him dearly. The unknown is right in front of us.
You sound pretty convinced. Care to share?
Of course. Though I don't have hard proof, I'm almost certain that the Demiurge has been in everyone's plain sight all this time. Yet, they were mistaken for someone else. That'd make the most sense. Why was the room empty? Because the person locked in there had run away ages ago. But they were weak and small and had no presence whatsoever. Even the old Intellitron didn't notice.
Which also means there's a high chance that their powers are minuscule and cannot alter the outcome.
Well, at least Xan, come on. It's time to confront him. Let's go to the tombs. What a mess. Total devastation.
He sought to bury the truth beneath absolute destruction. Logically sound, but ruthlessly extreme.
Still, slim chances. doesn't mean no chances. I've hunted down a single grain of sand in the universe before. This won't stop me.
Calculation results. Your backup plan has a success rate infinitesimally close to 0.
Which means it could work, no?
This is the place below the tombstone.
Let's open Lygas's coffin like he wanted. Looks like you were right. Nothing but a head left?
Welcome, you two.
All this tombstone and final words.
Iron Tomb is already. I remain here only to share the joy of the conclusion regarding.
End this charade already. That Amphoreus' heart and its corresponding vessel was this very scepter. You interfered with the experiment and made Amphoreus' body into a hollow shell. That's why you either killed or kicked out all of the Memo Snatchers. You wanted to eliminate any chance of a conscious...
Even the strongest wall can fall to a single crack. The memory of betrayal has been ended now. The perfect vessel has already fused with
Unfortunately for you, the answer is all but revealed regarding...
Then let us share the joy of discovering the truth. The last secret of this as we reveal the truth behind Phileas 093's disappearance.
But where should I start with the story about me from the beginning of the universe? Just kidding. That would be too much. So little that it started with a seed. I know you're listening, my good friend. The god in my dream told me that the world sprouted from a seed. It grew into a great tree named Amphoreus, and time became its branches. What a coincidence. Dappled light coming through the leaves is my first memory as well. The daughter of Ide Silicii quietly came into this world. What a moving opening. A loud cry was the first gift the child gave to prophecies fulfilled, the villagers say. This child, pink hair and sharp ears, she was born to be the Titans also gave their blessings. You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every flowers will bloom and wilt. What a beautiful cry loud, child. Let Anyway, time quietly flowed by, and the wind from my hometown caressed the ears of wheat, and there were swings, wind chimes, the sea, and But the name Ide Silicii came from the unpleasant sorrows of my childhood friend did not understand. Yet you always seemed so happy, as if nothing ever worried you. Why was I like that then? That's because the world was gentle to me. So... But fate was fickle, and it urged the child to grow up. To grow bigger and bigger, and just like how the crumbling world could not preserve an eternal home. Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, lost it. Oh, whose ears are pricked up now? You definitely heard me say that. You know that the story starts to deviate from here. Aren't you looking forward to it? The hero's journey crosses through the long night. Through
Correction. Philia 093's record, number 496.
Hi. Miss me yet? I'm just messing with you. This is the first time I have met you. And it looks like it'll also be the last.
Philia 093.
Since we don't have all day, let's get started, shall we? As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone. Where should I start this time? Let me see.
Formatting complete. 0. Not size. Grayscale. Outputting analysis result.
Philia 093. Peaches record. Number 812. Look, comment. Even this classical world contains a futuristic palace like this. Would ID Silicii end up looking like this after a few thousand years? Conclusion. I want to share a story with you this time. I saw a little nymph on my way here. It was on a fallen wheat stalk, and it was incredible. I forgot all my pains at that moment, and... Record. Pete. I wonder... Would they also have recorded that scene into the... So, could you give me more time, please? I want to leave behind more memories for the future.
Formatting complete.
Bye, Peach. Peach's record. As long as I record every page of this story and tell it to you, Amphoreous won't be forgotten.
Query.
Electrical signal sequence. Bolamos.
Related to. Comment.
Electrical signal sequence.
Related to. Comment.
Electrical signal sequence. Philia.
Related to. Comment. Peach equals love?
Looks like it's time to say goodbye again.
Bye.
Oh, before I was even aware of it, this book had already recorded too many emotions.
Conclusion. Books.
I've started to feel uneasy whenever I take it into my hand.
Peach. Formatting progress. 90.
How many times has it been? It faithfully fulfills its duty.
Conclusion.
If I can only write the same ending every time I lift my pen, then is this weighty saga just an overly naive
Peach. Formatting progress. Peach. Process error. Process error. Comment. Process error.
Really?
Peach.
Thank you. Everyone's still working so hard.
Record. Peach.
I'm suddenly reminded of my childhood for some reason. A little fairy popped out, just like how you did. Let me tell you the story of the Membrance Maze. A group of cute little friends live in ID Silicii's forests. 1, 2, 3. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
Formatting complete. Bye. Note. Little Peach. Save. fairies. Good friends. Bye-bye.
You never say anything, but I know you're listening. It's like a little key that opened a door in your heart.
Me! Little fairies! Speaking easy!
Once again, the saga comes to an end. Everything is deathly silent.
Shh. You this time.
Now that I look back, there was a period when
sentimental.
I was so anxious, trying to find as many different memories as possible, hoping to bring some change to this unchanging destiny, and find the way up.
Peach, strange.
But I won't do that.
Why?
Formatting progress.
I'm here.
Process